Okay. 84% downloaded and updated. Okie dokie dokie then. Now, can the patch be installed in 1 minute 40? Ah, yes. I believe it's done. There we go. Okay, here we are. Let's get started. Yesterday, after yesterday's stream, I didn't log out as I was supposed to. I did log out, but then later on I was changing a few things around on the overlay. So I had the game running. As you can see, the overlay is slightly different this time. And I just let the game running after that, which meant that the machines over here just ran out of power because of those bioburner. But, a positive note is that, it's stocked up on my resources, which is always a good thing. So now I have plenty of resources, which is useful. I'm going to redo all of this. This one, yeah, it made 50. It could have made more, but as I said, I forgot that I was running the game, so I had it made 50, and since I didn't connect it to the warehouse over here, it didn't keep going. So I started on this basic steel production. So I'm going to still working towards unlocking that, but what I do need is I need more power. Right now the system is, where is it? Here. I'm able to run everything with my current system setup. Still, I figured that a bit more things, like 3 more coal generators, or maybe 4 coal generators, right? And 1 water extractor. I never got around to build we skipped the truck stuff for now. Okay, can't do that there for some reason. We skipped the storage container for now. Let's get the buffer in. We need some platforms, so we got a bunch of foundations. What else do we need? Okay, never mind. We need, let's see, 2, 3, 4, and then some of this stuff. Just do 10. Doesn't matter. Is that all? Yep, that's all. So let's start by grabbing what we can from over here, which is, let's grab those. Let's grab that one. Do we have any extra? No, this one is taking it as quickly as it gets inside. Well, we already carry a bunch, so it's good. So I'm going to build up the power supply a little bit more. Figure I place more platforms around. A little bit more cable. So I have everything I need except the modular frames, which I believe is some of this stuff. And once I got the power system up and running, I will go to... Oh, okay, we can build those. There we go. Do I have... Right. So this system here, now you see hard drive listed up here. So we take this, where did I put it? There it is. And we put it in here. Gonna take 10 minutes for it to work, finish that scan on the hard drive. No problem. We get the time. Make our way back to our coal production facility. And there was an update, as I mentioned earlier, and that probably means a respawning of critters and creatures. We'll see. I cleared out the area around here, so it's easy to follow the path of my power lines. Ah, crap. Yeah, I see that guy. He's walking around in the gas cloud. Can't do that. Sad part is he's not affected by it. He's just like hanging out. Oh, here it comes. Got you, you little bastard. I freaking hate that creature. Yeah, I could make the rebar gun, but it's a slow weapon. It does okay damage, but the reload is... Yeah. So here we are. I'm not too keen or pleased with this layout on this place here. But it's let's put in a foundation number. Let's put it on 7. Okay. So what I want, or what I need, is actually another... I guess we can do it over here. Another setup of coal plants. Words. Okay. It's not ideal, but it might work. Okay. One. Great. I like to keep them more organized. Like, ideally would be if I had some space in between them, like so, because let's get rid of this jazz. Thank you. Get rid of this jab. Don't need it, don't want it. Okay. See, I feel like this is a better setup because that's just 3 though, so I need one more. Because you can walk between them and it looks nicer. Not as condensed as the other place. I mean, I have a freaking planet to build on. Well, not really, but I have a large map area to build on. So it's no point for me at this time to be very condensed about where I build stuff. I guess in the beginning, that is where you want to be condensed because you're low on resources and such, but I have plenty of this left, so I can keep placing I wonder if I did probably should have done this one step back. It's okay, I can move them. So let's do this first. Power line, that side. Power line there, power line there, power line there. Okay, we cleared out enough. Get this connected to this one. Then we remove this power line because it's in the way now. No space. It's okay. I'll make it work. Take those and put there. It gives me one spot free. And now we move the next one. We push it back a bit, like it's supposed to be here to be in line, but we move it back there. Yep, it's in line. And now it's in line with both sides, so that's good. Okay, this one has to be slightly... Wait, was there stuff on the ground? I want to get rid of this. Wish you could pick up the wreckage for some extra spare parts or stuff, but no. Okay. And now we need this stuff. There we go. There we go. Start by connecting the coal, since that one seems to be taking a bit of time to get in there. There we go. Now we need a second one of these water extractors. Place it over here maybe. Don't I have enough? 33. I may not have enough of those things. Let's see. Pipe going there. Pipe going there. How was it? Yeah, it is that direction, that orientation. Come on. I only have one left, but if we remove this stuff, don't need them anymore. How are we now? Nine, not enough. So this one, yes. Replace organization, the fluid. We need one more. Okay. Just checking over here for now. How are you doing over here? You're full? You're full. Good. So this one will be able to feed the system. I may be able to speed it up a bit as well. Do I have any of those? Yeah, I do. So we go to logistics, conveyor belt 2, speed it up. Just this stuff between here. There we go. Come on, die. Is this flowers? Okay. Back home, get more copper plating, tubing, stuffing. Yeah, that should do it. Footsteps on the side. Doesn't matter. Once I got the power system hooked up, I will redo things over at the base to make it more streamlined in a way. I hope I'll be able to do that though. But let's check on the hard drive that's been diagnosed or something and see what it gave us. Could be something useful. Just need to find. Okay. Yeah. So each hard drive that you analyze unlocks a new recipe or a mod. Not a new recipe. It's more of a alternative recipe for something that you can do. Like this one unlocks iron ingots. By using 7 iron ore and 4 units of water, I get 13 ingots, which is great if you have water nearby. This one is 3 copper ingots and 3 water to make 3 copper sheets. This one turns wood into charcoal. Now this is kind of a interesting thing because it's almost double the output of the iron, but you need a little bit more machinery. This one, how many do I need to make a copper sheet? Copper sheet takes 2. So if I pick this recipe, which I could because I have water nearby that place, it will give me 3. So it's not the best idea. It's best alternate recipe, but it is what it is. Okay, so now when that's done, we go in here, sort. You can take this, this, and this. Mycelia, we put away. I'm just going to check the flower petals. I need more screws and more copper wire. Let's start that. If I'm going to redo the system, I might as well do it color-coded in a way. Do we need more? No, we don't need more of that. We need, there we go. And then I totally forgot what else I needed, because that's the type of person I am. That one is done, so we take those and we go up here. Yes, doggo, I see you. I placed a container here last time. Not that I need it. I mean, I could put it straight in there, but you know, fun. So the flower petal things, screws. I need total of 250 screws. I think I have enough of the resources to make screws. Yep. So just knock out a few of those. That is a few of those. Start to research, get more of, let's see, go here, take that one, do this one. Don't have enough space in my inventory for all of it, it's okay. Or do I? Yeah, guess I do. Just about. No, I don't. Yes? Nope. Getting kind of cramped over here. Don't need that. Yeah, I don't know why I'm still carrying around a bunch of heat sinks. I don't need them yet. Let's see how many coupons we have managed to gather. Over here. 7 plus 3, that gives me 10. Did I... Okay, I'll put this away. We don't need the silica. We have everything else we need, right? Yeah. Since we're here, we might as well put this in. And grab more. Could always use more, I guess. $261 units should be enough for what we need to do. Let's check in this. Still working. Still got 2.5 minutes to go. Okay. You're still stocking up on that. Which means that if we take out, actually put that in like so to get some more of those rotors in there. I think I brought everything I need. Let's hope. It's just missing the copper cables, copper sheets for those things. The pipes, that's the word. Pipes. Beach over there or something. Once I get started with the steel, I need a lot of power I'm thinking, as I'm going to reduce stuff, that the awesome sync thing, I will probably just do that as a biofurnace. Okay. Now this one, I only placed this because I want to have some type of buffer, I guess you could call it. Let's see. Can I? Like so. Are you on the main network? Yes, you are. Which means that once you hook up the power to this one, there you go. Start getting some liquid in there. Working good. So we take pipe. Now there is a funny thing. If you press R, you can get different types of build modes. Like if you do vertical, it goes like that. Or you have the default, or the conveyor 2D. I don't know exactly what that does, but just gonna build this out a bit, like so. Actually, I think that it's gooder. What does gooder mean? I think the word I'm looking for is it's better if this one now we take this one. This one don't need to be that way. It's weird. Water's going in there. Is it draining from here? It is a little bit. Yeah, it's okay. As long as it's getting in the system. No connection. I thought I had connection. Oh, I didn't connect. So now we have 856.4 capacity. You have enough of coal, you have enough of water. You're still getting a bit more water in, which means that you're not using as much as you're getting in, which is good. and your base output is 75 megawatt, and now you're full of water. You, on the other hand, is not, which is strange, because you're supposed to be getting from this pipe here, which is not doing anything. Okay. So what this one does now is that it's going to pump a bunch of water through this pipe into here. Well, it's still looking in a pipe. There we go. It's filling up with water. 856.4. That's a steady pace. So as long as I'm not doing anything, this one is supposed to be filling up. It does. Now that the system is full, this one will fill up as well. The pump is pumping. Everything is working. Excellent. I think I have what I need to move on to the next stage in terms of construction and stuff. So let's do that. Nobody's chasing me. I heard a growl. Just clear out some of this and extend the platform. Dum, 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 dum. You connected? No connections. Good. So how did this one do? Where is it? This one. 28. Okay, good. Keep working. And this one finished the analysis of the color gun. So there we go, 3 seconds worth. So what is needed to make a color gun And then the color cartridge is just a bunch of that stuff, so we can just make easy peasy. There we go. Put away the rest of the colors. And screws. Just need 80 screws. No problem. Now we place this in our let's load it. Okay, so we have, I'm not quite remembering how to do this. Ah, there we go. Right click, brings up the color selection, and shows you what it looks like, which is nice. So let's do that and edit it, and we want this to be, I don't know, no. Cancel. Let's just go with this one. So, yeah, this is just a test to see. So like, yeah, this stuff is connecting to this. Hard to see, isn't it? It's too much orange. But here's the funny part. Once I adjust this one, like make it green, it updates all that's been painted with that one. So now it's easy to see, well, this pole as well. There we go. So now I know that this thing here, even though I'm not really needing to use it, is connected to this system. It's great. I'm going to be using that as I remodel this entire freaking base. Hello, doggo. Never mind. So anything else we can start working on in the MAM? Should I make this one? Or should I just make this one? It gives me 5 more inventory slots. Do I have enough? I have enough of this. I think it was, what, 2,000 copper cable? Plus I need 1,000 for that one. Let's do the steel production unlock first. Yeah, yep. Okay, let's just put this stuff away. Do a bit more of this first. Then we get started on the tearing down on the system and rebuilding the system. There we go. The only thing I actually want to from you something is from there. Okay. This entire system is clogged up. This up a bit. I think I want to move the containers a bit forward. Need a bit more of those things. How's that? Okay. One second. I need to do something. There we go. Like so. Sorry about this. So let's get more of those cables now. Sorry about that. There we go. Just quicker doing it like this. Store all and then grab the stuff that isn't. There we go. Okay. Don't need this one. Remove this for now. So we place the constructor. Encroaching clearance, that one. Away we go. Is this a good spot for that? Yeah, I think so. Put the belt in. And then what we needed here was a smelter, right? There you go. Wait, you want that one? I'll give you that one as well, even though you don't want it. But you got it. Iron plates. There you go. Have fun. Don't know what this is, but let's remove it. Another 50 done. Excellent. Get up here. Put this in here. Ooh. 150 out of 500 done. Nice. So that's one line. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to put here to get the basics. And I have remove this one, and now it's going to shut down the production that I'm having over there, but that's okay. 3, 4, wait. Panic. There we go. Now, what this game is lacking other than lights at night, it's also labels. It would be nice to be able to label stuff, I feel. I guess what we can do is we can... No, we didn't bring any of that. It's okay. Let's just... It's not that we need these resources at this time. Well, the copper would be nice to have, but I'm gonna split that a little bit more. Okay, let's place some more of these platforms then. Need to get more. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So what I'm going to do is with the copper, I'm going to split it up even more, so I get one dedicated line for just the copper wire, instead of like now it's split into two, because I think that you can have 3 dedicated lines from each pure node of resources. And which is nice. Because just do that, this and this. With dedicated lines, it's easier. So remove this one as well, this one. So this here, since this is a pure node, I can get 3 dedicated outputs. So if I now take another smeltery and place here, and one here. And we take this and turn it. Minor mark 1, turn it like so. I'm just going to put that stuff back. Oh, you had one of those things. Nice, I need it elsewhere. And we place this one there. So you melt, you do that. You as well. Oh, you've already been told to do it, so I give you that one. You get this stuff, there we go. So place one of these here. I think it's a good spot. Remove you. So you're going to make this, and then you're going to make this. It's not what we have in there now, so I can actually disregard this one, remove this one, just to keep going with what we have. There we go. No power, of course. It's okay. Now here, it's okay, I go get those. I have a bunch over here that's being produced still. Or am I running low on anything in here? You have no power. Why don't you have any power? Why are you powerless? You know what? Let's just get rid of you. Get rid of you. Okay, good, no problem. Let's grab this stuff. Which one is this? It's not supposed to be that one. It's okay. Place you there, like so, and this one makes those screws. Sorry, this one makes this one, and then you make the screws. Okay, good. Ah yes, perfect, it's powered from that direction. Can I take all of this? Yes, I can. Remove you. Put you in here. Like so. I need to be able to get through here. If I get too close, it's probably at the exact same spot as before. Screw it. Yep. Okay. So this shouldn't split. It should just be a straight line as such. However, should it be going there? Let's remove this stuff. Yeah, we have the space for it. So the split should be here, where it is. Can I? Yeah, no problem. What I can do, I guess, because I don't need this one here. I do need this one to connect to there. See, do I need those? I need those eventually for something else. Let's just tear everything down. So if we place a smelter there, I really want to place one here, but for that to happen I need to get this higher. Stop swinging like that. I mean, I can, but I need to get it even higher than that. Like, I need this foundation, I think. So if we do this, since we have the coupons for it, just to make it nice and neat. Oh crap, I can't get the coupons now. Oh, I do have 3 over there. Oh, is this progressing? 21. Okay, good. Foundations. I need 6, damn it. Okay, come on, let's hook you up. not what I wanted to use the coupons on at this time, but it's okay. No. I wish there were slightly more intuitive ramps. That one, right? Yeah. That's a smelter we don't need there. What we do need is more of these things. And put another smelter up here. And I'll put the splitter here. That's a good spot for it. Yeah, good. Copper ingots. There you go. I have some on me. Copper ingots. Here, I have some copper ore. Copper ingots. Yay. And then ramps down. That's not the one. That's the one. Don't need that one. Get rid of you. Yep. I think this one may have to go a little bit longer on this level. So if I put the constructor there, I guess I can put two in a row here. Don't really like it, but so this one makes wires, and then this one makes cable. And then the cable goes in here. Actually, this one doesn't need to be up there. We just place it next to the others. Wire. Okay, now all of this stuff needs power. Let's get rid of all the old power lines. so it sort of look kind of neater. Yep, all power lines going. Remove these. And should probably have moved this stuff around as well, but never mind. I think that maybe should have had this here. Yeah, good. Okay, this power line goes here. There. There. Then we have this one goes over here. Remove you. Do you need to go? There. Let's get up here. I should build ways to get up there. Remove that. Okay, let's see if we can work slightly better for this vantage point. This power line. Like so, and then we'll remove this one. This one is connected there. There. And then this one. Put that there. Connect you Let's get down there again. Let's continue from this power line. So yes, this one should have its own power source. The biomass burner should be able to maintain it, right? Yeah, let's hope. Well, this one is full now. So let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 units. Put in here. Then we will see if this one is operating. Seems to be doing well. Just about. So what else is not powered? This stuff is not powered. That one is a container, a storage unit. Those two are powered. Yep. Don't need a biomass burner in the center there. This is powered. Everything is powered again? Except this one. No problem. Where is the... Alright, we haven't powered the system over here yet. Okay. Okay, is this one? I have one extra on that one. Everything is now powered. Getting more copper than it can spend. Getting more copper than it can spend. Getting more copper than it can spend. Okay, cool. This one is working. This one is working. This one is working. I think everything is connected now, and everything is up and running. Don't using too much power. The only thing that is not hooked up properly is this one over here. I need to find the location for that. I mean, all of these it's now being used up. Okay. As I said before, I could probably do it over here. I mean, this doesn't need to be here. You're empty, right? Yes, you are. Just okay. No, that's not gonna work. Let's get this over here, sort of lined up with that one. Take this as such. And now it's encroaching. Eight. Let's get rid of this. I'm doing this way wrong. Get away. There we go. I need something like this. Set to make concrete. Okay, let's get back here. Excellent. How is the power production? 130 at the most for now. It's good. Oh, it got dark all of a sudden. Already burned through all of that. Good. How are you doing over here? Already burned through all of that. Nice. So dropping this off again. That's 200 out of 500. So let's check out at the tower up here and see that everything is powered and up and running. So either yellow or green. Looks like it. Oh, except one there. There you go. I don't know what it is you're making. You're making plates. This doesn't have to be like this. It can just be. That way. Now the system is backed up on that one, which is great. Just see that it's actually getting everything it needs. It probably isn't. It probably isn't getting the iron rods, this thing here. Away with you. You're getting all the screws you need from over here, but you're not getting any of those things. Wow, I have 3 of these now. Nice. Let's put them in the system. Is it better to put one of the coal power plants at 250% than 3 at 150? Still gives me an extra 150. That's where the growl is coming from. But what is the difference between 150% power and 250% power? A yellow slug. I want that one. Can get it. Just need to build a way up. It's not too difficult. I have the resources for it. So let's see. At standard it's 75%, or 75 megawatts. And it's 151.8, or so if we throw in one of these, So that's an increase of 27.5, which is half of... let's just put all of them in one. I can't do math at this time. There we go. Increase the power out range at 830. Nice. Do I have a bunch of these, I have a bunch of these. I think I have what I need to climb up there. It's this one, and yep, no problem. So let's start with okay, getting up there. Come on, thank you. Wish I had the rebar gun at the moment. Teach it to growl at me. And here we go, down we go. Right, I can do this. I forgot about that. Choop, choop. Yeah, excellent. So this little thing here is great. It's just like the hub, except that it's just a construction platform. So we put these two in here, increase the power. Now one thing you have to look out for when you do this stuff is that the water consumption increases to a lot more. The pump is pumping, no problem. Yeah, everything is able to keep up. Excellent. Okay, back to base. Okay, I'm gonna move the hub. I don't like the current location of it. It was great when I started out, but now it is it in a way? Maybe not. I wonder what the update did today for Satisfactory. And back at base. The hub, where it is, it's kind of a cramped area. Well, it was. Maybe not as cramped now. Way 19 to go. 19, almost 20 done. I wish I could speed this process up. I mean, I could. Just need to find more of those shards. And I can't search for them, so. I think that this one I move. Place it next to this one over here. Should probably have a little. Do I carry all the? No, I don't. So what's this one? Follow that one, and this one is filling up on the concrete, right? Yes, it is. Slowly. Okay. Do you have? Stupid dog. Let's take all of it. Let's play with the color gun. Actually, that one. There we go. Sorry. There. Green, green, green. Which color is this then? Blue? Sure. Blue, blue, blue. This other one is white. So white, 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 white. Ha ha ha. Just for fun. This one is, yeah, let's make it purple. Whatever that is, pistachio green. What do we want the stone colors to be? Thing is, I don't know which colors I've been using now. Let's edit this one. Black. Oh. Silly. Okay, enough of that. Well, the paint can really look messy. So, what's next? We still need this stuff. So I don't want to get rid of all of it. This one is currently not using anything, but to burn 1,000 of these used up 44 units. It's okay. Let's place a personal storage down here. And we put the coupons in there. Don't really want to carry them around. We don't need a paint gun carrying around either. So my thought was that move this one, we have a lot of open space over here for the time being. So let's place the MAM. We can have more than one MAM, of course. Well, not of course, but we can. Won't make it a difference though. It's still you can still only use up do one thing at a time. So right, we need a container. Let's place one down. Organization, personal container. Carrying a lot of stuff. What's this? Limestone. Okay. Okay. Dum 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 dum. How are you filling up? Excellent. Back out here. Put away this stuff. You can't make that here, right? No, you cannot. Might as well move it. I want to move it. Seems to be in this area where I'll be working the most. Good. Yeah, we don't need that one. Let's put you in here as well. And let's see if we can make these. Only have to make only have enough resources to make a few, but that's enough to get started. Then we'll finish off the basic steel production and unlock what we need for that. See, we've been 1:46, so still got a few more hours, an hour and a half, no, a bit more time to go. I'm thinking may need to take a break though, a short one. We'll see. Need more of those things. Okay. Maybe it was a silly thing to move that one. Then again, what if I do this? Craft bench, right? Just place it sort of like here. This is where I have all the resources. Most of them. And now I have enough to make the 50 modular frames that I need. I should set up a system for this. I think I can do it. I mean, I know I can do it. I mean, I have 2 iron nodes over there. Only one is being used. I can still dip into that one to take, you know, a 3rd line to make the cable, these things, whatever they're called, iron rods. And then the other one I can split up to make what I need for those things. Let's just make up all that I can at the moment, because I know I need more in the future no matter what. Yeah. Okay, almost done. And I think that after this I'm going to move on to Mark 3 of logistics, I think it's called. There we go, basic steel production. Okay, so we unlocked basic steel production, which allow us to make steel, steel beam, steel pipe, and versatile frameworks. So if I move on to this one, I can make all of these that is needed for this, and I'll give me the industrial storage container, which is what I want because it's like twice the size of a normal container. So that's what I'm going to aim for. But I'm going to take a short break, like 5-minute break at this point, because I need to, and then continue after that. So 1 moment, please. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sometimes you need to do what you need to do. Okay. Next step is why do I carry a lot of that? Okay. Never mind. Let's put this in the system. This one anyway. Oh, I'm really carrying a lot of those steel plates, iron plates, metal plates. Can't get rid of them yet. So let's see, what do we need? Transport. We need one tractor, 2 of those. We need a storage container on this side, and then we need walls. Let's see if we can. What is needed for the walls here? Which walls do I need? Do I want these? It's 5. How many do I have? I have 4 plus 1, 5. Is that the walls that I need? Sure. Let's build those. There we go. First and foremost, we need I need better memory. That's what I need. There we go. Okay, let's go shopping. We need some rods. We need some beacons. We need some rotors. We need some cables. Things we just dropped off. Wahaha. The beacons we build over there. How do we build them? What do we build them with? Do I have any beacons? No, I do not. Okay, so I can build them. There we go. Even though I only needed 5, let's make it 10. And then the rotors. I have those being produced already in this system. There we go. And then the modular frame, we have plenty of that. We need those. Told you I needed more frames. So my plan now is to build 2 truck stops and ferry resources between them, mainly the coal. And that's the first step. And then I'm going to start building up the steel production on the floor above this level here, because I think that's going to be a good thing. Okay, have everything we need, I guess. I think from, as I said, this one can just do this and this, I think. Can you do this? Excellent. There you go. Some extra coal or iron, whatever. think I may have to build up a bit. Let's get rid of this stuff. So, which level of flooring do I need? I need this one, I think. Of course, the building is in the way. No problem. I can sort that out by moving it. And this one is going to be this one. Let's do this. And then we'll do this one. Okay. So a truck stop. Like so. Need a bit more platforms here. And okay, let's get rid of this stuff as well. Okay. Maybe you go away when I cut down all the trees so you can't stand here and eat. Now this one is a truck stop. Basically, let's just place a container on the side here. such. And I would take this resource here. Actually, what we will do is we will place one of these here. And why I'm doing that is because the vehicle, the tractor, or whatever you want to call it, there we go. It's let's just give it power first before I continue chatting about stuff. There we go. So basically, this one will store whatever your truck is dropping off here. And now this output here will take out whatever is stored inside and put it back in here. Now these two inputs is like if I were to mine ore or coal nearby, I will put it in here. This one is to fuel, is to fill up this one, the fuel tank here, which is for your tractor to fuel up on. So since we have, let's place our tractor. Do we have any fuel? No, we do not. Now the tractor needs some fuel. I'm using this at the moment. And you can also work this as a craft bench. So now I'm going to be driving this. All the way over here. It's not the fastest of vehicles, but it is the first vehicle to get. You can unlock faster vehicles. Okay, I just did a boo-boo. Get off. So I should be able to drive all the way back here. Hopefully. I guess what I can do is I can put my other truck stop here. Annoying. There, there, and there, there, there. We don't have any fuel because it's in the truck. So let's get on the truck. Come on. grab this stuff. This one, yeah, I figured this is a good spot, right? Just need to give it power. So we do this. Then we can get rid of this stuff. Weren't being smart enough about this. Right? Everything is powered again. 800 something. Yep. It's good, 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 good. Now we can close this up. So now what we need is this up here. However, do we have more of... Yes, we do have plenty of those. So we take logistics Mark II. Conveyor belt Mark II, I mean, not logistics. And then we place this one here. And continue. We place this one here. Need coal there, we need coal there. And I might as well just... There. Are you powered? No, you're not. Should we power you? Yes, we should. Maybe not from that one, though. Yeah, let's power you from back here. So what this one will do now, it will take the coal and put in the fuel tank here, and then this one. And this one will load. No, unload. So let me just take some coal. Give me that, thank you. Just put in this machine over here. So if I drive in here, you're gonna load. Sorry, my mistake. So it takes the coal from there, loads it up, Let's see, how do I program this one? Oh, here we go. So start recording. So now it's going to go back here. Just follow this path. Should probably have done this during daytime. It's slightly easier to see. It's okay. And for some reason I lose the audio during my recording session or my streaming session. No idea why. I didn't notice it until roughly 40-45 minutes later, which is stupid. I'm using OBS, and restarting OBS brought the audio back, but I couldn't tell you why I lost it in the first place. So right now I'm just trying to set up the system so it drops off the coal here at the base. The truck stop was set up to offload from the truck stop, not offload from the truck. So I changed that. So it's bringing the coal from the truck into the system. And the path I did in the back of the truck stop will now distribute the coal into the fuel tank, so it can refuel the truck as it arrives, as well as to the container next to it. Now I'm just going back to my first truck stop to complete the loop on the recording, and then the truck should be able to do its business by itself without me getting involved in any way. It's going to refuel by itself, so it doesn't just stop along the path because it doesn't have any fuel, and it's going to do what it's going to do. And I will then go and complete the setup for my other my steel production. So right now, just figuring out that the autopilot, have to enable that, getting off the truck. So you do that by pressing V, press and hold V, and to get up that radial menu for when you're doing stuff. Basically every time I get on the truck, it sort of cancels what it's supposed to do. It's like it resets the timer, I think, because you can't be on the truck when it's automated. So there it goes, taking off, and I tried to keep up. Not quite as fast as the truck yet is though, but it's okay as long as I'm not in its way, because it doesn't really care if anything or anyone is in its way along its path. It can follow the path that you recorded for it, but that's about it. It can't notify itself or notice that there is anything in the path, so just stay out of its way and it should be okay. The same would go for all the creatures that might be around. Not sure what happens if it definitely gets stuck on a path or a creature, if it's like the big one up ahead, if it's going to push that away or just stop and whatever's going to happen. But that's something that we'll figure out if and when that happens. If I find out that I'm losing coal, it doesn't get replenished quick enough back at the base, my steel production slows down or stops, then I can start investigating why the truck isn't doing what it's been programmed to do. And there's no limit on how many vehicles you can have. There are 6 different types of vehicles, and you can have as many of each as you want. I mean, you have the entire map at your disposal. This is just a very small area of the map. There are like 4 different zones, as you saw possibly in the first episode when I selected to play on this map. So I'm just checking out the truck to make sure that it has fuel and that it's dropping up fuel as it is. You can see it's filling up the fuel tank, which is used for the truck. And then it's splitting here, and I'm speeding this up a bit with the Mark II conveyor belts, just so I can make sure that my steel production doesn't suffer because I can't produce the coal up to my foundry quick enough. Now I'm just worrying about where do I put how do I gonna build this? I decide to build the second tier of productions on the second floor, which is two walls up from this floor. This one is 2 meters above, or whatever, 1 meter above the standard floor in front of us. It's on a slight rise, nothing too serious. It doesn't really affect anything, but it's useful later on once I unlock the Mark III stuff with the larger containers. We're going to see them later on. Then they need more space, basically. So I'm just working out where to place this, and since there is no structural integrity yet or any things like that, I can just keep building the walls out as much as I like. Just trying to get a better view of where I will place the walls, so I'll work on that. And then I'm trying to see, it's not really a good position to be in. So what I do need is, first and foremost, I need more concrete so I can build more stone floors and walls. And trying to figure out a way to get up there. It's really not that difficult. Just need a ramp up. See if I can remove this clipping through the ground, but I can't. So I was contemplating maybe removing the wall piece or the floor piece to see if I could get it there, but it's okay. It doesn't bother me too much. I can always put something on top of it so it doesn't see it. So I picked up a bit more concrete, stone stuff to build more walls. See, the truck is arriving here, so I'm checking out the inventory. It's like, yeah, it's good. It's keeping up. It maintaining what it's supposed to do, stocking up on the coal before I'm needing it, which is a very good thing. So now I'm setting up the output from this container. I'm eyeballing the height. Not sure what it is. You have to start at the output of whatever it is when it comes to setting stuff up, because otherwise you don't know which is start and which is finished. I mean, there is the conveyor elevators do have what is considered a start and finish, but it's not always what you're looking for. Now I'm just looking at different foundations, or the ladders. Takes two stairs, takes two of those coupons, which I don't really have. I have one there, but I don't have any else in here. So I'm out of coupons. I can't get the stairs just yet. It's okay, no problem. I figure I use some of the fuel here, but then I decide not to create more in the burner, the Fix-It awesome sink. So I'm just going for these walkways, easy enough to use. Can be tricky to place on the platforms that you have, because you have to be, placing it in the right direction and right orientation and all that. And you see, I'm struggling a bit to get it where I want it to be. It's everywhere else than that point. So it's a bit frustrating. Finally find a spot by not at all having my center screen where it's supposed to be. Again, ran out of concrete or other stuff. Yeah, I decided I don't need them there. Sliding, always fun. At some point I might remember the color coding that I did on this stuff. Right now I just go by the location. I sort of remember roughly which is container 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, whatever. Just changing up the foundation a bit here to match the rest around it, and up with a walkway. And there we go. I am now at that top floor. Just need to put in some flooring so I can walk up here. Placing out more of the flooring to build a workable surface for my machines. And I do see now that, oh yeah, that elevator is too tall. So placing it at the bottom here. This is the exit point or the output of the container. So whenever you place it there, it's going to be automatically be the output. And then I eyeball the height and I bring it in to there. And here comes the coal, which is nice, always useful. Now I'm trying to figure out where do I place my foundry and where do I get the iron ore from. I mean, there is a node right there ahead of me, so I'm thinking, well, let's use that. It's there, and I can get more iron than I definitely need in the beginning from that one node. It's a pure node, so it's like 3 units of iron per work cycle, which is 120 per minute. And I'm just creating my little shopping list to make sure I get what I need. I just need one foundry, but I need a few constructors as well. So yeah, doing one foundry and the miner, adding a little bit more to the floor, getting closer to the actual mine, working on the levels of floor that I already have placed, just to get an idea. You can place more foundations on the ore nodes and then place your machines on top, the miners. I see this little fluffy tail dog, and I'm challenging him because I don't want him around and attacking me or whatever. So just get rid of him, take his carapace, and getting back to work. Just making sure the truck can actually do now its path after I place this stuff down here, so it's not blocking its work. Trying to check the trunk, didn't get to it, so checking this one, yeah, looking good. And then back, creating the foundations so it sort of matches up as well as could be, I guess. Removing this one from the center of the node so I can place down my miner. And yeah, need a couple of splitters as well, so I add them to my shopping list. Then make the portable miner that is needed at some point. Don't really remember where I was heading this time. Oh yeah, I'm looking for my workshop or the hub, and I remember, oh yeah, I disassembled that one, but I didn't place it again. So I'm deciding to place it off to the left here, on top here, next to the container and stuff. Figure that should be a good spot for the hub. It's out of the way. I'm not really needing anything at this point in this area, and the hub is close enough to where the action is at the time. Moving on to the higher tier of moving on beyond the iron and just onto the steel. It's a good step. So I'm just finishing off the shopping list. I'm making the modular frames. You get 2 per assembly, which is great. Putting that away, don't need it. Don't need the silica. It's a new thing that is added, and I figure I don't need the wood stuff and all that yet either. Since I removed the setup for turning grass and stuff into fuel, the solid biofuel, I don't need to carry that around in my inventory. It's just taking up space. And here I'm checking on the truck, and during my recording I actually backed up, which was a mistake, and now I'm slightly stuck underneath the truck. I didn't take any damage though, which is great, because that would be silly, being run over by your own truck. So managed to get out, truck's pulling away, and it's full of fuel. It's like 100% fuel, and I think I remember that when I was looking at it as I was creating this route, it used up maybe 4 units of coal from one truck stop to the other. So seeing it at 100% is great. That means that it's definitely restocking and refueling on every journey it makes at every stop. So placing a bit more foundation to sort of make it easier for me to place the miner where I need it to be in the right orientation. I can then place it so it sticks to the platform, and also face the orientation that I want. Previously it was moving like in 90-degree angles, and you had to sort of fiddle about a lot to make it work and face in the direction you wanted to. But now they've seemed to have sorted that out. Once you place the platform down, it give you the increments of 10 or so degrees per turn. I don't know if there's a way to like free flow the turn, but usually 10 degrees is enough. So I place some power double-sided wall power poles here. That way I can work with power on top, and I'm trying to figure out which connection to use to this one. First I connect it to the miner, even though it's not connected to the power source, but I connect that here, and then the miner starts working. Just imagine the sounds of the miner in the background as it powers up and getting ready for the mining basically. And now I'm trying to figure out the orientation, if this is the correct orientation for what I need. I want to get the iron out of the miner and onto the second floor using the elevator. And I'm always curious to make sure that, I'm bringing coal in. I may not bring in as much as I need, because the truck is far from full at any time, because it doesn't manage to complete or fill up at the pickup point. But yeah, so now I'm just trying to figure out, okay, which is this? It's not quite where I want it to be, so I have to get upstairs to see if the height is right first and foremost. Looks to be right, but it's not flush with the wall. And as I said before, you can't really start where it would make sense. Like if I start here, then this would be the input, and then downstairs would be the output, which is completely opposite of what I need. I need the bottom level to be the input. And I'm not happy with the orientation, because I want it to be closer, and I realized that, I need this splitter here, because I'm not going to bring all the iron up. I'm going to split it so I can use it down at the ground level as well, and just trying to find a good spot for the splitter, so the elevator, the conveyor elevator isn't hitting in the wall. I'm just realized that that's the one that is blocking me from doing that properly. And then still encroaching, so still have to move it. I wish there was a way to sort of place it and then move it as you see fit. There used to be a sound, like a ding sound, when you get into the right height and the right orientation, so you could easily place your elevators without having to worry about the right height orientation, or having to do what I'm doing now, which is climbing upstairs to the second level to see so it's flush with the opening. I don't know what happened. It's like sometimes in those small updates or bug fixes or whatever, they remove things that don't need to be removed, and things like this. I noticed that it's not quite flush. I guess, not quite sure why. So yeah, I remove it because I need more space. So I have to place down the miner in a slightly different orientation to make sense for me to work with it. Not quite sure. Maybe I build the walls too close. So I'm not quite sure which orientation to do this at, but getting closer to figuring it out. I figure this is a good position, I guess. We'll find out. So I place some foundation down to make it look more organized. And I decide to move the wall because I'm going to move the splitter to this side instead. So removing the power output in the wall and everything else means that the miner stopped working. But it did that anyway because, I stopped the miner. And now I can almost place it, but it's like, no, it's too far away or too close to the wall. So again, I have to place it in the center there, like I usually do, and then line it up height-wise. That seems like a good right height. And then bring the conveyor belt in, and then I have to get down so I can fit it in the back. And I realized that, no, the turn is too narrow or it's not good enough. So, yeah, that's not the right orientation for it. I tried again because maybe next time maybe it works the second time, even though it didn't work the first time. And I realized that that's just silly. It's not going to work. So, changed orientation on that one and make it a little bit more longer curve, which did work. Back with the power. I don't think there's a limit on how many power cables you can connect to these wall power plugs. There might be, but so far I haven't encountered any. It does say Mark 1, but you unlock them once. I don't see them anymore in the awesome shop, so I don't know. So now I'm thinking about which orientation to place the foundry, to place the machinery up here. So I just keep adding to the walls, to the floors, to give me a good working surface to play on. And place the foundry, thinking, okay, this might be a good spot. Trying to place it centered on that one. Now get the steel iron to come in with a nice curve to the conveyor belt. There we go. Lined up good. Decide to place it. Don't notice the line coming from the foundry, which is strange because it happens on that side, and I don't understand why. But yeah, it makes me easier to line up, and I tell it to make steel using 3 iron and 3 coal per operation, and connect it with the power, and off it goes. I cannot see the power that is being my available power, so I decided to create another power pole. But this is at the moment where I'm like, what the hell? Is there a limit to how many power connectors you can have? And then I realized, no, I'm missing the cables needed, so I have to go get some. Not a big rush, checking out. Yeah, the process is good. It's not too slow. It could be quicker, but I need more power shards to increase the speed. And I'm running low on some of the resources, so I need to go get them so I can make more of the connectors. The splitters and other stuff. So I need some of that, I think. So I grab a stack of that, even though it probably was the wrong one. This is the one I'm looking for. So we grab a little bit of extra of that. And a little bit more of this, because I need more platforms. So make sure I grab enough for it. And I decide that I grab enough to start the process of unlocking the next milestone. So I give it 500 of the concrete. Then I just have a little bit extra on me so I can do more stuff. So I place a pole here just for the point of being able to see the consumption and the capacity. And I'm still low. I mean, I'm close to 186.4 as the highest. And that is with this machine running. I think not everything is running. Some of the containers in the beginning is full. So the resources, the fuel is not being spent. There is no energy being spent on building up the resource or running those machines. So now I'm setting up this one. And realized that I did some mistakes here, but I'm adding more floor. But can only add 2, then I'm running out of concrete again. And like, yeah, that's not where it's supposed to be. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't yell with my compulsion of trying to keep it mirrored in a way. So I'm looking around, where do I place my containers? And yeah, I don't really need a container. So I place a container there to stockpile steel. Because there is another use for them later on, but right now it's only uses to make the steel beams and the steel tubes or whatever that I need to unlock Logistics Mark III. So I'm going back to my production list and select to make 2 constructors. And I carry everything I need, but I still need to buy or get hold of more stuff. And I'm checking out, realize that this one isn't working. It's not getting the resources it needs. It's out of the iron rods. So feed it 100 that I'm carrying, and then I set up the system to make sure that it's automated again. Realize that this is the one that has it. Do the elevator, and then back and do the elevator again. I should have switched those 2 around, so having the screws coming down on the left one and the rods coming on the right one. That way I could lower it. But right now I'm just trying to line up. You're constantly redoing your base as you progress through the game. You unlock more machines, you unlock more projects or more blueprints and machinery and parts and things like that. So you have to constantly redo things and split things and merge things and all that, just to make it work. Now when that system is up and running, I realized that maybe I should speed it up a bit. So let's get the conveyor belt Mark II. I have enough of those resources needed for it. It goes in there, and then I increase the level of the conveyor lift as well to Mark II, so they are not a bottleneck. Sorry. Making sure, trying to find a spot. There you go. Yeah, it's producing rotors at a slow pace, but quick enough. But in the rotors I have in my inventory, so we can do some work. And then, yeah, looking around, contemplating, should I definitely split this up, like instead of having a merger back there, so having the reinforced iron plates and the rotors going on the same conveyor belt, maybe have 2 different ones. I decided to leave it as it is for now, and going back to expand and and get started on my steel production. I already did start with the basics, with the steel ingots. So I could just leave it like this and it will fill up the container for when I need it. But the name of the game is, progress. So I place more foundations so I can place more machines. And it seems to be a good idea to go back over the previous constructions that I have. And also, maybe putting walls down between the two levels to make it easier and better. Placing constructor in the right orientation, like there, and then one there, because it's straight in between those two, and then I place that one there, so symmetry. Connection is made. Connection is made here soon. Here we go. And then I tell this one to make the steel beams, and this one is going to make the steel rods, steel pipes. And since both use steel ingots, that's what I'm checking here. Yeah, I need steel ingots on both, so I'm not making a mistake and setting it up and walking away and nothing is going to happen. So as it is right now, yeah, it's just keep filling it up. I'm adding the power line that I placed on top. That's a good use because I don't have any more walls set up, so I just extend that to include the machines over here. Eventually I get some walls up, I think, and then the conveyor from the container. There you go. And now those two should be able to start working. And I'm realizing that I'm not able to place the floor here because it's encroaching on the conveyor belt on the ground, which is too high. So I need to lower that one down a bit, because as you can see, I can go through the machines that is there, the constructors that is on the ground floor, but I cannot go through the construction or these conveyor elevators. So I need to lower that one down, which is no problem once I decided to switch those two over. It's easy progress. I do it later in the next episode, my next stream session. And now just to stockpile the resources that I'm making, the beams and the other stuff. And again, I'm out of resources, but I know I just set this system up, so I know I have plenty of resources in here, so I just grab what I need. Half a stack should do it for what I need at the moment. Then back up. There's another motor transport, which I have not unlocked yet. I'm getting to it eventually, but right now I feel I may not need it. And I decided to move the container to this spot. It's closer. And just because I have tons of space to work with doesn't mean I have to spread out too much. I'm just trying to be as efficient as possible. And then I'm checking, okay, there's a bottleneck here. The belts are not fast enough for what I need. So I increase the speed of the belt, but not all the belts, just this one. I don't increase the belt on the other side, because looking at it, it just managed to hit the next step before it runs complete the construction. And here, same, as I increase the speed of the belt, it's getting the resources it needs just in time. This one actually is quicker, so there's no worries. I am running low on the steel in here, so what I need to offset that is I need to increase the speed of the production in here, which I can't do without a power chart. I could take one from the store, the power production, but I figured that now I need the power. Having a lot of power and not running the risk of a brownout or anything like that is more important than creating these at a faster pace. For now, I only need, very few. So it shouldn't take too long to build that. And I'm basically done with that for now. Now I'm just looking around, making sure everything is functional, and decide that this is annoying, having to jump up there, trying to climb my way up there. So just, create a little, walkway that will lead me up there. Why make it difficult for myself when I don't have to? Just need a little bit of platform there, no problem. So getting up here, checking this out, dropping off those, realizing I have 250 out of 500, so I'm halfway there. The unsettling hum is something in the neighborhood that is humming. I think it's something above or hidden in the ground, even though the maps are static in the way that they're sort of man-made, they're not randomized. There are a few errors on them still that needs to be sorted out. And I'm just checking now that the assembler can actually build what I need to build. And I'm like, great, I need modular frames. I need to set up a production line for modular frames and the steel beams, which the steel beam production I do have, which is good. But I don't have a production line for the modular frames. So I decide to, let's do a shopping list for next time, where I'm going to set up my assembler for the modular frames. And I'm going to use I have a spare iron output here. I have basically 3 spare iron outputs on these 2 iron nodes. So I can set it up so I can make use of them. Like from this one here, I can build constructors down this line, 2 of them in a row, or just 1 to make the necessary steel plate that I need. And I need a smelter as well, so I add that to my shopping list. I don't need assemblers just yet. I need constructors first. So back to the hub to see exactly what it is that I need in terms of the resources to make the modular frames. I need the reinforced iron plate and the iron rods. The iron rods may be able to bring somewhere else, but I figure I'll probably build it here on this side. And then this one, I need screws. I have a surplus of screws now, and coming from 2 directions. So I might be able to take screws from this production facility here that is split in 2. I figure I may make enough screws at this line at this current speed that I can steal from that production, and then just connect it in an assembler with another plate, or with the plates to make the reinforced plates. And I'm contemplating, should I do it down below or should I do it upstairs? Should I make a hole in the floor above and bring the production up there using the conveyor elevators? I'm not quite sure how to go about this at this point. Not sure which is the better option here. I figure it out as I build it, and then probably change it along the way. But for now, I'm just checking to make sure that things are being done. And here I realize that, hey, why are you not producing quick enough? And that's, it's another bottleneck. I need to speed up the process of making the steel plates. The great thing about this spot is that a lot of iron nodes, so I can sort of dedicate to produce the same thing like I did with the screws, by splitting them in 2 and then working from there. But for now, I'm okay with what the current production rate is. So I'm just checking to make sure everything is functional as it is. The container was now full with coal, which is good. But I don't bring in much coal per trip anymore because it's just not enough space or not enough coal being produced. And then I'm checking which production facility and production line should I interfere with to get what I need. And I think I'm going to build on top here. I'm going to make more of the do some more assembly up here. And I'm checking here, and it's like, oh, I already got 63 units. I grab 100 and check this one. It's slower because it needs a little bit more steel. So I drop off this into here, so I'm done with that. Now I just need to wait for the other 200 to produce in time to unlock the logistics milestone 3, which is nice. Grabbing a bit more of the concrete to build more platforms. And getting close to the ending of the episode here, I realized that my friend is telling me that the audio has disappeared. I spot that in the chat. It's like, what the hell? How did that happen? When did it happen? How long have I been chatting in the other game and nobody been able to hear me? So this time I'm checking to see how much each screw is worth, and it's worth like 4 points. And then I check, so how much can I get for 1 unit of solid fuel. So I split the stack down to 1 and feed it in there, and I check the numbers, and it's like, yeah, I made a lot. 39.86, and then yeah, it's way more than 4 anyway. So feeding it the solid biofuel is a better option than feeding it screws. But now I'm carrying a stack of screws with me. Could be useful sometime. And contemplating once more about shifting those 2 over between, so I can lower that one and continue building the floor above. I could have done it today, but I didn't, so I do it next time. And just sort of rambling on about what to do in the next session, checking on stuff, forgetting stuff, remembering stuff. I can make the steel beam and steel pipe by hand, things like that, and just checking stuff back and forth. Need to get started on the construction on the other pieces to unlock tier 4 and 5 and 6. However, that is really not a rush as such. I should set up the system as it is first to work as it is. Although unlocking tier 5 and 6 will unlock oil, which is a good resource when it comes to fuel. It's probably one of the better fuel sources out there before you get to geyser, and uranium. But yeah, I'm chatting with my friend in the chat now. Not really anything else is happening, so just waiting for replies and figure out why the audio vanished from the chat. Or from the recording. I have no idea why it did that. And also, it's a reminder to me to keep an eye on the chat a little bit more as I'm doing the streaming, just in case I get messages like this, or someone is asking a question, so I can keep an eye out and answer in a timely fashion. So yeah, there isn't much else happening here. Session will end in about a minute or so. So I apologize for the audio disappearing, and I hope that this workaround that I created now by giving the audio recording in another program and just splicing them two together will actually work. I have absolutely no idea if it will. If not, I will have spent 45 minutes doing a voiceover track that is not functional. But hopefully it works. So we'll see how it goes, I guess. So in the next session, I will work more on the steel, create the frames that I need, so I can create the next item needed for the elevator. Even though I'm not, in a rush to unlock it, I want to have the system up and running to create both pieces that is needed. So it's there, and you can build upward as pretty much as high as you want, and also outward as far as you want. I'm thinking of this Logistics Mark III. I think will give me the bigger containers as well, which is what I need, which is what I want to be able to stockpile more resources of each. So this is the end of the session. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. So hopefully. So bye.